Hey everybody, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks for being here for Project Life Week 4, which is our trip to Disney. So if you want to see how I document it, stick around. What's up, friends? It's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks so much for joining me for this Project Life process video. Week 4 was our week trip to Disney. Super exciting. And yes, I had a near impossible time trying to pick out photos. I do have some flip ups, and the second half of the spread is going to be one of those special pocket pages that flips open to allow for more photos and storytelling. And I had already kind of put this together when I watched Ali Edwards' Project Life process for week 3, which I loved what she did. She took like a 6x12 insert to add more photos and stories. I don't have that size, but I could certainly trim down one of my page protectors to do that. However, I had already kind of mapped out how I want these photos and note cards to go. So I am using Ali Edwards products again. So it's basically like the entire month of January is going to be Ali Edwards. Unfortunately, the kit from Studio Calico doesn't really lend itself to the colors that I'm using in all my photos so far. In fact, I think they're kind of dark and dreary. So I opted not to use that kit to do my documenting. But I will show you real quick. This is the second week. So I've pulled the remaining pieces from the January Stories by the Month kit that have this pattern on them. This was a 4x6 card that I trimmed down. And I'm also going to insert this Begin. This is from Begin, which was, I think, 2021 story kit or 2022. I can't remember. But they're the same colors, so it works perfect. And then these two are from the Happy story kit, and those colors are also perfect. And then this is from the Good story kit. So you can see I've really picked up the colors that are in these patterned cards. And then the rest, that's how I kind of, it's my jumping off point for the rest of how this week will come together. I've pulled some chipboard pieces and embellishments that I think could possibly work, knowing that I full well will probably dip into other supplies that I have handy, such as, you know, these little puffy stickers that I got. I think these might be from, you know what? I'm not even 100% sure. I don't know. But I think they're American Crafts. And then I have some other puffy stickers, like my little tiny American Greetings card, like from the card section at Target. I've got all my chipboard over here from Ali Edwards. These are organized by color. So they're like red, orange, and yellow. And then I've got some stamps. All of these are from Studio Calico. They're all Disney stamps. So I plan to pull in some stamps as well. I think I'm going to use white. Well, maybe I'll use black ink. I should probably do black. So I am going to put y'all on fast forward as I chit chat about both the stories and what I am doing for week 4. So let's go, let's go. So the first thing I'm going to do is stamp the title. I don't super love the way it came out, but it is what it is. I do love these alphas. I have both the uppercase and the lowercase versions from Ali Edwards. I think they're from the Alphas Are Awesome collection. They're just a really, really clean cut, skinny alpha, and I really enjoy overlapping them when I have larger words. So you can see there, I'm just going to stamp week, and I find that it's a little bit easier, it's probably a lot bit easier to have the letters be a bit wonky so that you don't have to worry about them being perfectly straight. And so that's what I chose to do. I kind of struggled because I wanted to add more to this title card, but I feel like I should have just left it super simple. And for me, that's such a struggle because, you know, I like to sticker sneeze all over everything and embellish all the things. So that's definitely something that I don't know. Sometimes I'm trying to work on it, but then other times I'm like, Jen, just be you, and it's fine. Are you a simple scrapper, or are you an add all the things person? And I think I shared this in my last week's intro video that I tend to add all the things because it's really my main way of scrapping and memory keeping. So I don't have additional, smaller, more concentrated albums to document. And so I want to use my supplies. And so I think that's why, partly why I tend to add everything, because I want to use the things I have. I hope that makes sense. So I have 5 different Disney themed stamp sets here, all from Studio Calico. And I decided to add the castle. And then I'm going to add a chipboard, not that one, a different one. For whatever reason, I decided it needed to be trimmed up a little bit. And I'll get to that in just a second once I settle on a couple more stamps to add. So I decided to put the It's a Small World face inside the O, which I think is cute. And you know what? That's one of the only rides I've never rode, and that's because I hear mixed reviews. And this past trip, I did want to go on it, but my family was kind of like, meh. And so we ended up not going, but I think we're going to go back in a couple of years. I think we've got my husband hooked on Disney, which is amazing. If you can just get your partner there, just get your partner there, you'll be set, you know? It took one time. So anyhow, when we go back, if we go back, I will be dragging them on. Or I'll just go on it myself, and they can wait for me in the heat. Anyhow, yeah, you can see I trimmed off the one side, and I'm going to peel down all of my chipboard because I want to reduce a little bit of the bulk, although in retrospect, that was kind of dumb and a waste of time because I end up using puffy stickers from Paper Person Shop. Their travel collection, I think it was. I don't even know. And they don't have collections. They just did monthly releases, and then there would be certain things you could add on each month. But they were very specific themes, and one of the themes last summer was travel. So anyhow, those stickers are very, very thick. They chonky. So I just embellish it with this chipboard piece, which says bring on the next chapter, and then a bunch of little puffy stickers. And yeah, see, those are the Paper Person ones, but those aren't extremely thick. You'll see when I get to a different photo that the sticker is very, very chonky. So it's not my favorite, you know, it's not my favorite title card, but it's fine. I'm just going to leave it. And, you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to take these little vellum, I don't know, bubbles that I trimmed, like I fussy cut them out of a 2 different 3x4 vellum cards that came in January's Stories by the Month kit. And I used it in place of like a label. So that's why I'm using my Stays On ink, because Stays On ink will only work, you know, well, not only work, but it works for vellum. So vellum, if you took like a regular, like a Distress Oxide ink, it would, you could use it, but it wouldn't show up very well. It kind of, it has an oxide effect, right? So it sort of gets really distressed and chalky looking. So I wanted it to be pretty apparent what I was stamping, which is why I used the Stays On. So I just added this card underneath. I don't even know what it's from. I know, obviously it's Ali Edwards, but I don't know what kit. It's a story kit, that I know. And it just says, this chapter of my life is called, and I put magical. And that's from my newest Disney stamp set from Studio Calico by In a Creative Bubble. Added those fireworks, which are like my favorite little tiny embellishment stamp out of all of my Disney stamps, I think. I don't know. There's just something really fun and whimsical about them, and they're just the perfect little shape. So I decided to stamp on a stamp on this picture of Nora getting to the Orlando airport and waiting to take the tram to our baggage claim. Those stamps are from Paper Person Shop. And you can see that, I don't know if my Stays On was dried out, but throughout the video, you'll see me use my Ali Edwards pen to sort of fill in where the black didn't make a solid impression. And so I end up using some orange labels that actually are from Jenny Garcia that she gifted me for December Daily a couple years ago to add a little bit more journaling to the photo. So what I edited out is that I totally smudged the date, which I wanted to stamp there, and instead I just used the other half of the label and stamped "We've arrived." And it fit perfectly in that label, so I think it's, you know, it's fine. That's the great thing about this is, like, I'm not a perfectionist at all when it comes to this project. I just really have fun creating and adding all the things. So I decide that this picture of Nora in front of our hotel needs a little bit of sticker sneezing, of course. And AOA, in case you don't know, stands for Art of Animation. I have hundreds of photos I took, but so narrowing it down for this 1 week was so tough. But of course, I had to fit the picture of Nora and I with Daddy Mando and Grogu. I was so flippin' excited. You have no idea. I was like, oh, it's Mando. I was literally like, you know, trying not to like take kids out, getting over to him because he's just wandering around Batu, and I was like, picture, let's go get a picture. Like a little kid, but it's fine. Okay, so then I end up stamping, I don't even know. What am I stamping? Dream Moment, and it doesn't even show up, which is kind of sad. Yeah, I should have put a label or something or a sticker down first, but it is what it is. Because it was a dream moment. Not that Nora even knows who Mando is. I mean, she knows, but she's never seen it. It's too scary for her by a million bajillion, because she's super sensitive. But she loved seeing Grogu, and he like moves his head and makes his little cute Grogu noises, so she wasn't scared to get a picture with Mando, which was fantastic. Although I would have been very happy to take a picture with him solo. And of course, that picture of Nora that I embellished with the chipboard is in front of Hollywood Studios, over by the Tower of Terror, Sunset Boulevard. And we absolutely loved it. She was petrified to go on it. And the journaling just talks about how after the first time, she was like begging to get back on it immediately. So we ended up riding it twice. And then this picture of Sully is my favorite because she gets to pick one stuffy like every vacation, and this time she picked like baby Sully, and Matt was actually the first person to spot him because he is so cute. I honest to God have never seen a cuter stuffy. It might be my favorite of all time, and it's definitely his. And Nora was like, she's seen Monsters Inc. a couple times. It's like not a favorite, but she loved this Sully stuffy. So she got that, and when she met Sully in kind of between where, if you know Hollywood Studios, between where Toy Story Land and behind Mickey's Runaway Railway are. There's all these like Pixar characters. And that wasn't there last year, so it was pretty cool. So we got to meet Sully, and she showed him, she like went up to him first on her own and showed him little baby Sully. And there's so many cute photos. I can't wait to show you guys my Disney album. You know, obviously I have to make it and put it together, which is going to take me forever. And I probably won't film it all because, yeah, it's just going to take me a long time. But anyhow, it was just the cutest. So then I decided to leave that card by itself. Like, it doesn't really need anything. The one that's got the quote, it just says, write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year. I thought that was perfect for this week. It's funny because initially looking at the photos, I really thought I was going to try to bring out blues. But then there's so much color in that rainbow photo of Nora with the at Epcot. I decided to do, you know, the reds and oranges, and then I was able to use up almost all of the cards from my January Stories by the Month kit, which is, I think, pretty amazing. So I'm just going to stamp Epcot on that one. So now we have, you know, Art of Animation, Hollywood, Epcot, and I do need to go back in because I couldn't find the other vellum pieces to stamp Magic Kingdom and add it. We also did Disney Springs and Animal Kingdom. So on that picture of Nora with the rainbow, I really struggled because I didn't want to add too much. I think it's just so perfect. So I added the little star. And then in the middle of that circle that says bring on more joy, which is from the Begin story kit from a couple years ago. I stamped this circle stamp of a castle, and it just didn't come out very well. So again, I'm going to go in with my little Allie Edwards pen and fix some of those faint lines. It just says making magic happen. Added a couple puffy dots just for funsies, and then called that good. In case you're wondering, these videos are sped up to 4 times the speed so that we're not here all day. And of course, I do edit out moments where my hand is just kind of like searching for the perfect embellishment and it's off camera, things like that, just to spare you guys. So that's it. I don't even do anything to the flip up on the other photo. So there's the close-ups in real time. Yeah, I guess I added a label, but that's us in Epcot. I just journaled quickly that, you know, we got to have lunch with princesses, walked around the world, and did all the rides. So now moving over to the right side, and sadly, I did not realize my camera was full of storage. My camera, by camera I mean phone. So I didn't get to document a lot of the process. I apologize for that. So this is when I look up and realize, oh my gosh, my phone storage is full, and I missed these basically it's the first row that I missed. So I did some journaling. I really didn't, it's not like a crazy amount of content that you miss because the photos speak for themselves. I really, you know, tried to keep it simple-ish for me with embellishments. So because I really wanted the photos to do the talking. And basically the part that didn't get filmed was me documenting our day at Disney Springs, which was on a Wednesday. It was the day we just kind of wanted to take things easy, but we didn't really. That's why on the journaling I put, quote, rest day, because we did walk around quite a bit. Disney Springs used to be downtown Disney. It's a lot of shopping and food. And so we did a lot of eating that day. And one of the fun highlights from the day was going to the Coca-Cola store and going up to the 3rd floor because they have a rooftop bar. And we were like, okay, well, we don't really drink much, but we'll see what's up there. And they had these like soda floats in a flight. So you got to try all the different ones. So you can see the card there says float tray. And that's really why I just left it that way. Because you can see what it's about. I don't need to add journaling. I just added that stamp that says here for the Snacks Rides experience. And I just put a puffy dot over snacks. And then I'm moving on to documenting our Magic Kingdom photos. And kept it simple. I put a star in between my husband and I because there's like a guy's back and his head there. So there I go, coloring in where the black ink didn't do what it was supposed to. And again, struggling because I'm like, oh my gosh, should I embellish this picture? And then I'm like, no, it's us in front of the castle. What more do you need? One of the amazing things that happened at Magic Kingdom was we found this. We really didn't explore Magic Kingdom last year. And this year we had, you know, the full day. So we got there. We were there from 8 in the morning till 10:30 at night. So we got to do all the things. We got right on Tron. It was the best. The best. We did everything. Everything and more. And one of the things we did was we went over to Belle's Enchanted, I think it was like Belle's Enchanted Castle or something. I don't even know what it's called. But we thought it was going to be this like live interaction or like a video or something. And they pick the kids out of the group of people, and it's a small group that you go in with, to play the different parts, like the Chip and Mrs. Potts. And Nora got chosen to be the Beast, so she had like the main part and got to scare Belle, which is what that photo was, her creeping up behind Belle and going rawr. And so they got to like dance together, and it was just the two of them, and it was so magical. So magical. One of the highlights of the day. And my husband has the full video on his phone, which is awesome. So that was like a real treat for sure. And then the quad photo to the left of that castle picture is 4 different pictures from Animal Kingdom, Pandora, in front of the tree, Expedition Everest, which was all of our first time going on, and Nora loved it, so she did it twice. And then her with Moana, because we had not met Moana yet. And then, so that's what I'm journaling about, basically. The show, you know, see that picture of Nora there? It was amazing. It was just so magical. And so there's lots of journaling on these pages. And the one picture of my husband and Nora that you can't see in the bottom left is them at Animal Kingdom in the top of the tree house that we went and explored in. This was Family Robinson treehouse, which was really cool. And just a nice picture of the two of them, so I wanted to include that. I don't have a ton of photos of my husband because typically he's working. So in Project Life, it's a lot of myself or Nora, and mostly Nora. So anyhow, sorry that this part is off camera, but I just put a chipboard piece that says Exploring Life from the Explorer Story Kit. And then the last day, we just took the Skyliner, like we got ready, packed up, and checked our bags, and then took the Skyliner over to the Caribbean Beach Resort and had lunch there and walked around that property a little bit, and then went back and took the Mears shuttle to the airport. It was a very full week. Definitely not relaxing, but for sure a vacation from life. But I think like we did about anywhere from 20 to 25,000 steps a day. So it was like, you know, 10 to 12 miles walking every day. And it was a lot, but it was so much fun. It was the best. We had a blast. And so on this picture of Matt and Nora, I just put a chipboard piece that says, ah, yeah, going places, because that's a picture of them walking over the bridge at Caribbean Beach Resort to the main area where there's like, you know, all the places you can eat and the pool and all that kind of stuff. This last picture is Nora standing in the hotel lobby of Art of Animation before we got on the shuttle. She was so sad. Disney blues are a real thing. So again, bringing in that label, stamped best trip ever, put a couple puffy stickers and called it good. So then I just did my journaling and talked about how it was just the best and how Disney blues are real, and how Nora asked if we could go back next year and we said no, our wallets need a break. And I stamped Believe in the Magic, and now you can enjoy the close-ups. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing week 4 of my Project Life and hearing about our trip. It was just the best. Let me know if you have any questions about anything I shared. And yeah, I appreciate you watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss my content. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, my friends, and remember that you are enough. Bye.